stuff when I ended up closing out that video, but that's typically how it goes, right? But anyway, so I remember this guy who always used to come into my job, and I guess he knew my manager, and this motherfucker would just stare at me. He would just stare at me all the time. I hate this man till this day because he would stare at me all the time, and whatever I did, he'd be like, oh, what's she doing? I'm just like, the fuck? Why are you staring at me, weirdo? And it wasn't just at that job, like it was before that job even started. So he would like stare me down, and it didn't matter who he was with, he would like try to get them to look at me too. Like it was like fucking weird. Like he had this fixation or obsession with me, and I would get mad because I feel uncomfortable. I feel like, you know what I mean, like I have to keep my guard up now because some creep is staring me down. And whatever I did, he'd be like, oh, what's she doing? Or like, you know, I'll be like fixing my hair, or I'll put on like, I'll be messing with my lips because like, you know, your lips get dry, and sometimes my lips get dry and I'll be messing with it, trying to get like, you know what I mean? And then I'll put like chapstick on, be like, oh, what's she doing? Oh, she wasn't doing that a second ago. What the like, why are you worried about me? And then when I was at my job, I was like, can I help you? And he was like, oh, no, like I don't need anything, and like try to whimper like a creep. And then somebody I used to be cool, but like, oh, well, like they just like you, they're just nervous, they don't know how to talk to you. Not my problem. I do not care. Don't keep staring me down, questioning everything I'm doing, pointing to other people, tapping on other people, like, hey, look at her, and think I'm just gonna sit there and be like, this is perfectly fine. I'm not uncomfortable at all. What makes people think their comfortability matters more to like us than ours does? I don't know. But people also perceive me as like, because I am like fun and like bubbly and chipper, I guess you could say. People think that because I'm like that, that's like a sign of like, oh, she's weak, like she's not gonna say anything because she wants to be nice. Wrong. You got the wrong one. The nice people are gonna hurt your feelings 10 times more than like the quote-unquote rude people, because rude people sometimes they don't even be rude because they be cool with me, they just be like blunt. Just because I'm nice doesn't mean you're gonna do whatever you want. I cannot stand people who think like that. Like, it's always the people who've never been nowhere. They've never been outside of their own town, so they don't know anything. But anyway, he was staring me down. Mind you, he was with other girls sometimes doing this, and they were just sitting there like, they were uncomfortable too, but they wouldn't say anything. And so I had to be the one to say something. And it's like, isn't this your boyfriend? Why is he staring at me? Can you get your boyfriend? And they'll be like, no. I'm like, bitch, it's because he don't want you. He wants everybody but you, little rag doll. Oh, that shit makes me so mad when I think about it. Because it was in a post office. The post office worker had my back. But she was like, this disgusting person. Anyway, he was staring me down in the post office. I'm on FaceTime with like somebody I was cool with at the time. And we're talking, looking at like, you know how some post office, if they're in a store, they have like stuff on the wall and like phone cases and stuff. And I had a Galaxy S6 back then, and he's like, what's she doing, and like talking to the girl in front of me. And I'm like, what the fuck are they staring at me for? Like, this shit is so creepy. Leave me alone. Like, mind you, I'm younger. Like I may have just turned like 18, so I'm really getting irritated because like I feel threatened, because it was like okay, it was on the borderline of the city, so it was like almost in the hood, but it wasn't in the hood, but it was like close enough to where hood people came there, which is why he was there, because he's ghetto. And like they're just staring me down, worried about my every freaking move, and I'm like getting visibly frustrated. This guy who works there, he works more so on the side where you like buy like stuff for your phone, and he's laughing it on. So I'm like, you fucking piece of shit, you're sitting there laughing at this man harassing me, y'all are like stare me down. Now I'm about to be a bitch. The lady, she had my back though. And then the guy, it was like an older guy, he had my back too. He wasn't like old, but he was like maybe in his 30s, and I was like 18. And I'm like, I need to hurry up and get out of here, because these people, he starts talking about what I'm talking about on the phone, like to people, like, oh yeah, like she in a hurry. I'm like, can I fucking help you? He's like, oh no, my bad, I'm just saying. What are you just saying? Get out of my fucking face. Like, you're such a creep. Like, it's so weird. And I have dealt with that man on multiple occasions doing stuff like that, and every time I see him, he annoys me. You know what sparked this rant though? Because I was at the stoplight and I had to ride through that neighborhood. Unfortunately, if you're from that area, you already know you have to ride through that neighborhood sometimes to get, because it's like one of the main highways goes through it. So I was riding through it. I was at a stoplight. This freaking geezer guy starts screaming in my window, asking me questions. I can't hear him because my window's up and I keep moving up. He comes up too. I move up, he moves up. I move up again, he moves up again. I'm like, you know I'm ignoring you. Like, I looked you dead in the eyes and moved up. Leave me alone. It's like these people are so pushy and so annoying, and they just feel so entitled to people's time. I don't want to be around you. Why are you talking to people I don't know about what I have going on? Why are you interjecting in my conversation on the phone? Why are you regurgitating things I'm saying on the phone to your ugly ass friend, worried about what I have going on? And I almost cussed the bitch out in front of me because I'm on FaceTime looking at stuff on the wall, and these bitches want to act like I'm looking at them on FaceTime. I was like, bitch, don't flatter your fucking self. I would never. Get the fuck out of my face. Please don't ever flatter yourself like that. That shit made me so mad. Like, y'all will do anything to just be a part of like what I have going on. I don't know. And I know they do it to other people because I've seen them do it to other people. But when it happens to me, I become so fucking mad. Like, what is wrong with you? It's so stupid. It's like, who the fuck is finna record you on my FaceTime? I'm not you. I don't look at strangers and be like, let me talk about this random person. No, I mind my business. I'm on the phone talking about phone cases, and this motherfucker starts talking about what I got going on instead of worrying about what they have going on. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. That shit made me so mad when it happened. And the lady had my back, so like she instantly like, and the guy, they instantly made my mood better. But it was just like, they were so uncomfortable. And she literally was like, yeah, you need to leave, talking to that guy. I don't know what happened to that other guy who was back there, but the guy who was like in his 30s pulled him to a side and said something to him, because that's how weird it was. And that's not my only time dealing with something like that. Like, I have so many stories of people just, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would I ever, ew, I'm not about to fucking record you, bitch. You're not important. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm literally touching like the phone cases, like, oh, this one, because remember, oh my god, I forgot the name of that brand, but it was like really strong, and they had them at a discount. Like, they were like $30 there, but everywhere else they were like $54. And I was like, we need to get these, like, because they're on sale. They probably stole them, now that I think about it, but I didn't know, because it was like instead of USPS or like something like that. So I thought, oh no, it wasn't USPS, it was next to USPS. It was like a check cashing place or something, but you could buy postage and stuff there when USPS was closed. But yeah, they were like on sale. So we're talking about that. I'm on the phone. Like, if you're like paying attention, like, I don't try to be loud on the phone, but like, since he could obviously hear me because he was regurgitating everything I was saying, he knew we were talking about phone cases, looking at the wall. So I'm showing my face and I'm looking behind me at the wall. Bitch, why the fuck would I record you? You're ugly as shit. Like, let's literally that shit makes me so mad when I think about it. They want to be the center of my attention so bad. Like, that's the only way I could describe it, because they would start talking about like, oh, I don't want to be on her FaceTime. Bitch, you never were going to be. You never going to be. That's what like the person in front of me, the bitch that he knew, was saying. And I'm just like, you were never going to be on my FaceTime. You did not have to worry about that. I can guarantee it. Now I'm mad because y'all already in my business. Y'all already in my conversation. You're already staring me down. You're already, what is she doing? Why is she doing that? Oh, she never talks to us. Now you're saying stupid shit to try to get a reaction. You're not going to get the reaction you're looking for, because I'm about to hurt your feelings now. That, if you never had someone who like goes so far on their way to get a reaction out of you, you wouldn't understand. But I have dealt with that for so long with like certain types of people. Mind you, the lady, she was white. The guy behind the counter who, that was off to the side, like on the counter that he was at, was I don't know if he was like Hispanic or Middle Eastern. I really couldn't tell. He was rather ambiguous, but I know he's not white. And then the guy was black. So it's like 3 different races. So because people be thinking like, oh, is it like just one? People do this? No, it's ghetto people. It doesn't matter what their race is. These people were so agitating. I'm sitting there like, oh, I can't wait to get her. Anyway, but the Spanish lady, and I think that was her husband, they had my back, so thank you for them, because they were probably like, these fucking creeps. I mean, I'm pretty sure they mess with them too, because like, she's pretty and he's like, you know what I mean, they look well put together, so I'm pretty sure they probably bothered them too. But that was so creepy. It made me so mad, because I'm like, it's already hot outside, y'all doing all this extra nonsense. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me, don't look at me, none of that. And I dealt with that so many times, especially in that neighborhood, because unfortunately you have to go there sometimes, because the other Like, if you work like a 9 to 5, the other places around, they close like early because it's like the county, like, you know what I mean? People, they are open for a certain time, but people have like kids to get out of school, so obviously they're gonna close like at 3. So I went there because it was the only thing open. I didn't want to go there, but I had to. So I went there, got what I needed to do. She was lovely. Like, I felt bad for her. She was lovely, and she had to work in that trifling neighborhood. But it was like, no, the neighborhood wasn't trifling. It's just people from the trifling neighborhoods came up to that one instead of going to their local one, because they want to be in good neighborhoods so freaking bad, but then they bring their nonsense with them. I would never understand that. Like, why you bring your disgusting behavior up here? I don't get that. That actually is so funny, because I frequent Ocean City a lot, like, growing up. So, like, I know, like, everyone there, and I love them to death. And people will come up from, like, the bad neighborhoods, like, the city, and start doing crazy things, shooting, fighting, and we'll be like, can you, like, literally a petition, can you just go home? Like, we don't want you here. It's really that simple. Take that back to where you came from. It just, I don't get it. But I really wanted to tell that story time, because that was crazy to me. It made me so mad, and that's really all I have to say about that. Bye.